Welcome to The Right Question, the video podcast designed to answer your questions about writing. I'm Daphne Gray Grant. Today I have a question from Lisa Hartley from Vancouver, British Columbia, where I live. Lisa is a celebrant who conducts weddings and end-of-life ceremonies. For the last 6 months, she's been working on a book about her mother and her own life experiences. And here's the question she has for me.
Hi, Daphne. It's Lisa Hartley here. I'm just editing, and I had some questions for you. I'm at the point of editing my book right now, and I don't really know how to go about it. I feel as though I'm just pushing my words and my sentences around, and I'm not really convinced that I'm making them any better. What do you suggest that I do at this point? I'm kind of lost.
Thanks for the question, Lisa. Transitions are always hard, and I know that because we've spoken personally, you don't find writing difficult. But let me tell you a secret. I'm convinced the world can be divided into two categories, those who prefer writing and those who prefer editing. By my estimate, only 20% of people fall into the former camp, and more like 80% into the latter. You're fortunate to be in the more exclusive category, but that does mean you're more likely to struggle with editing. Just like the number of books in the Harry Potter series, I have 7 tips for you. Number 1, be sure to define your readership before you edit. Who's going to read your book? What type of information will be most useful to them? You probably sorted this out before you wrote, of course, but do it again before you edit. This will help you stay on track. Number 2, understand that you're a natural writer. You should expect to find editing difficult, but don't be daunted by that. If it's hard or uncomfortable, don't suspect that you're doing something wrong. Number 3, do your editing first thing in the day. Motivational expert Brian Tracy calls this eating your frogs, by which he means doing the most difficult things first. Have a frog for breakfast and everything else you eat that day is going to be so much easier and seem so much more delicious. Number 4, give yourself super short time goals. Set a timer for only 5 minutes. Barely enough time to turn on your computer, and do no more than that for 10 days. From there, work yourself up to 15, 30, and perhaps eventually 60 minutes. This is called the Kaizen method, and I'll link to an article about it in the description below. Number 5, give yourself plenty of rewards. These rewards can be simple and inexpensive, like buying yourself a coffee, getting yourself some flowers, or maybe even watching some videos on writing on YouTube. Number 6, start using what I like to call the multiple pass system for editing. This means simply looking for one problem at a time. For example, I might spend an edit simply looking for cliches and eliminating them. Then I might spend another checking sentence length, and a third eliminating wordiness. I know this might sound like more work, but it's actually faster to concentrate on just one thing at a time. And number 7, find yourself some beta readers. Once you have the draft to a certain level of excellence, give it to some friends and ask them for some constructive feedback. Their comments will be invaluable to you because they'll have fresh eyes and they'll see things differently. Finally, let me conclude with a quote from French novelist Colette. She said, "Put down everything that comes into your head and then you're a writer. But an author is one who can judge his own stuff's worth without pity and destroy most of it." Thanks for your question, Lisa. Good luck with your editing. Thanks so much for watching. If you have a question for me, you can email, tweet, or Skype. Details about how to contact me are in the description below, along with any resources that I've mentioned. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video.